In a bold move during our latest NFL mock draft, the Denver Broncos used the 20th overall pick to select Ohio State running back Tre'Veyon Henderson. At first glance, this might raise a few eyebrows, but when you dig into the reasoning, it's a move that starts to make a lot of sense. So why Henderson? Why now? Simple. He's the kind of all-around talent you don't overthink. Henderson is one of the most complete backs in this draft class, and he's been proving himself since day one. As a true freshman at Ohio State, he stepped into the national spotlight and delivered, showing maturity well beyond his years. What sets him apart? It starts with the traits every team wants: burst, vision, agility, and top-tier speed. But the real gem? Ball security. In over 660 touches during his college career, Henderson fumbled just once, and that was back in his freshman year. That kind of reliability is rare. Physically, he brings the full package. At around 5'11" and 208 pounds, he blends elusiveness in open space with the strength to hold his own in pass protection, an underrated but crucial skill at the next level. And don't overlook his ability as a receiver. Henderson is one of the best pass-catching backs in this class, giving any offense a true three-down weapon from the moment he steps on the field. This isn't just about adding a running back. It's about adding versatility, consistency, and big play potential. The Broncos might have just found a cornerstone piece for their offense. This pick isn't just about plugging a hole. It's about unlocking real value in Sean Payton's offensive system. His scheme thrives with dynamic, versatile backs, players who can block, catch, and burst through the middle with authority. Tre'Veyon Henderson fits that mold perfectly. Some fans might wonder, why not wait? Maybe he would have been there at pick 51. But in today's NFL, that kind of thinking can come back to bite you. We've seen it before. Just last year, a similar situation played out with Bo Nix. He was projected to fall, but his stock skyrocketed, and that second-round dream, gone, he went in the first. We're seeing the same rise with Henderson. Analysts and insiders, including names like Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks, have already pointed to Henderson as one of the fastest climbing prospects on draft boards. There's even buzz that a team like the Chicago Bears could consider taking him as high as number 10. Here's what separates the Broncos' front office from others. They're not drafting based on social media takes or public mock drafts. They trust their evaluations, their system, and their fit. And when they see a player who can elevate the offense from day one, they make the call, regardless of outside expectations. If Sean Payton sees Tre'Veyon Henderson as his version of Alvin Kamara, he's not going to sit around waiting. He's going to make the move. And it's easy to see why. Henderson's skill set fits exactly what Denver's offense is trying to become. Payton has talked a lot about needing a joker in the system, a player who can do it all and keep defenses off balance. Henderson checks that box. Last season, he averaged an impressive 7.1 yards per carry and proved he can be used all over the formation. That kind of versatility creates mismatches, and Denver hasn't had a back like that in years. And don't forget about the AFC West. The Raiders are reportedly going all in on building a run-first identity under Pete Carroll. There's even talk that they could draft multiple running backs early, including names like Ashton Jeanty, to reinforce that ground game. Moves like that crank up the pressure on the Broncos to respond with their own offensive weapons. Passing on Henderson and hoping he'd be there at 51, that could have been a costly gamble. Now yes, Denver does have running backs on the roster, but none of them bring the complete package Henderson offers. He combines upside, explosiveness, and consistency, three things you rarely get in one player. This isn't about filling a temporary need. It's about reshaping the offensive identity and giving whoever lines up at quarterback, whether it's Bo Nix or someone else, a dependable playmaker who can extend drives, flip field position, and change the momentum of a game in an instant. While some fans may have expected a wide receiver or an offensive lineman at pick 20, the Broncos made their priorities clear. This draft isn't about flashy headlines. It's about building a team that can compete right now. Taking Tre'Veyon Henderson wasn't just a pick, it was a statement. He's not a player who simply fits into a system. He's one who elevates it. Now the real question is, how do you feel about it? Was Henderson the right choice at 20, or would you have rolled the dice and waited to see if he fell? Sound off in the comments. Your voice matters, and it's always great to hear different takes from Broncos fans. Let's talk football. And if you're still on the fence about how crucial this move was, look at what happened next. This wasn't a one-off swing, it was part of a well-thought-out draft strategy. With their second-round pick, Denver grabbed another offensive weapon, wide receiver Jaquan Higgins out of Iowa State. That move added more than just talent. It brought smart insurance to a position group that's still looking for consistency. Higgins is a physical mismatch at 6 feet 4 inches, 215 pounds, and he turned heads with his athleticism at the combine. But he's more than just size. He's got strong hands, smooth movement, and the ability to win in contested situations. Together, these picks show a clear plan. Surround the quarterback, whether it's Bo Nix or someone else, with weapons who can make a difference from day one. It's not about safe picks. It's about creating a new identity for Denver's offense, one built on versatility, power, and playmaking. Jaquan Higgins brings something the Broncos have been missing, a big-bodied wide receiver who can win on the outside and become a real red zone weapon. At 6 feet 4 inches, he gives Denver a physical presence that perfectly complements the rest of their receiving core. With Courtland Sutton as the veteran leader and Marvin Mims Jr. offering speed and vertical threat, Higgins adds a new dynamic, a receiver who can body up defenders, create separation with smart footwork, and make tough catches over the middle or near the sideline. This isn't about filling a depth role. It's about adding another weapon that can impact games right away. And the hype around him is very real. Some draft analysts believe Higgins could even sneak into the late first round. Steve Smith Sr., a former All-Pro and one of the most respected voices at the position, has gone on record saying Higgins ranks above more well-known prospects like Tetairoa McMillan. That kind of praise doesn't come easy, especially from someone who built a career on toughness and precision. Higgins also fits like a glove in Sean Payton's offense. Payton has a long history of favoring bigger, physical receivers, guys who can win contested catches and bully defenders off the line. While Marvin Mims brings speed, Payton's most successful systems have included players with Higgins' build and play style. Think Michael Thomas during his prime in New Orleans. That's the kind of mold Higgins could grow into. And then there's the bigger picture. While Courtland Sutton appears to be on solid ground with the team, and talks suggest a long-term deal might be in the works, adding a player like Higgins gives Denver flexibility. If Sutton stays, you've got a dangerous 1-2 punch with size and physicality. If circumstances change down the line, the Broncos won't be left scrambling. They'll already have a succession plan in place. Either way, this isn't just about 2025. It's about building a sustainable receiver room that can grow with the rest of the offense and keep defensive coordinators up at night. The Broncos aren't handing out roster spots this year. Competition is going to be fierce, and Jaquan Higgins is stepping right into that mix. He's going to challenge players like Brandon Johnson and Devon Vell for meaningful snaps, which is exactly what you want during training camp. It's about earning your spot, not coasting on past reps. And Denver wasn't done adding firepower. With the 76th pick in the third round, the Broncos doubled down on offense by reuniting Bo Nix with one of his most trusted college weapons, tight end Terrence Ferguson out of Oregon. This move is all about chemistry and continuity. Nix and Ferguson have built-in timing from their time in Eugene, and that matters when you're trying to ease a young quarterback into the NFL. In 2023, Ferguson caught 42 passes for 414 yards and 6 touchdowns, showing he's more than just a safety valve. He's a legit playmaker at a position that's become vital in today's league. Standing 6 feet 5 inches and weighing 247 pounds, Ferguson brings a blend of size, toughness, and sneaky athleticism. He's not a deep threat tight end, but he excels in the short to intermediate game, especially over the middle. He can work the seams, win in traffic, and be that dependable outlet on third downs or in the red zone. His performance at the Senior Bowl turned heads, proving he can compete with the top talent in this draft class. But what really makes this pick pop is how it pairs with Evan Engram. Engram offers the move tight end skill set, fast, flexible, and able to stretch defenses horizontally. Ferguson, on the other hand, gives the Broncos a physical inline presence. He's the perfect complement, a blocker who can also make big catches when it counts. So let's recap this 4-round mock. Round 1, Trevayon Henderson, RB, Ohio State. Round 2, Jaquan Higgins, WR, Iowa. State round 3, Terrence Ferguson, TE. Oregon round 4, Malachi Moore, DB, Alabama. 4 players who address real needs, fit the system, and bring both immediate impact and long-term upside. With the draft just 2 weeks away, this mock shows Denver's front office isn't just focused on the now. They're building for the future while setting the stage for a much improved offense in 2025. Now it's your turn. What do you think of this draft class? Who stands out to you the most? Would you have gone a different direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be checking them out and responding.